friends, today we're going to read Hooray for Wodney Rat by Helen Lester and illustrated by Lynn Munsinger. Hooray for Wodney Rat. Poor Wodney Rat. His real name was Wodney Rat, but he could not pronounce his R's. To make matters worse, he was a rodent. A wodent. "What's your name, Wodney?" asked the other rodents. "Wodney Rat," whispered Wodney. "What's another name for a bunny?" they asked knowingly. "Wabbit," he muttered. "And how does a train travel?" They winked at each other. "A twain twavels on twain twacks," Rodney replied miserably. They're not being very nice. All of his teasing, day in and day out, made Wodney the shyest rodent in his elementary school. His squeak could barely be heard in class. He gnawed lunch alone. And while the other rodents scurried and scooted about at recess, Wodney hid inside his jacket. Oh, nobody will play with him because they just tease him and make fun of him. That's not nice. Then one day, the rodents were taking turns doing wheelies. A new rodent, a very large rodent, barged in the classroom and announced, "My name is Camellia Capybara. I'm bigger than any of you, I'm meaner than any of you, and I'm smarter than any of you," she added. So there. With that, she accidentally on purpose elbowed an ear, bumped two noses, stepped on three tails, and laid down on a desk. Fur prickled in fear through the classroom. She sure was bigger than any of them. She sure looked meaner than any of them. Was she smarter than any of them? Now she's not being very nice to all the other rodents. "What's 2 plus 2? asked Miss Fuzzleworth. "4, shouted Camellia Capybara, without even bothering to raise her hand. "And furthermore, 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 8 is 16, and 243 plus 125 is 368. Later, when Miss Fuzzleworth asked, "What's the capital of?" Camellia interrupted, "New York, Albany, population 295,594. And during science, in answer to the question, "What part of a plant is below the ground?" Camellia Capybara danced on her desk and sang, "Root, root, rooty toot toot." Yep, thought the other rodents, she's smarter than we are too. They felt very uncomfortable. Every afternoon, just before the final recess, Miss Fuzzleworth drew a name from her hat to see who would be the leader of their favorite game, Simon Says. She scrunched her eyes and closed them and jiggled the hat. Would it be Hairy Hamster, Mini Feet Mouse, Grizzly Feet Guinea Pig? Could it be Big, mean, smart Camellia Capybara? Miss Fuzzleworth's paw reached in and pulled out a name of Wodney Rat. The bell rang. There was a wild scurry before the door, and Camellia Capybara was the first on the playground, having trampled others in her path. To Wodney, she looked especially scary. What would she do when she heard him speak? Breathe capybara breath in his face, or tie him up with his own tail, or even pounce on him? I don't know what's going to happen. The tiny, trembling leader of the game stood before the eager players, his tail well inside his jacket, and squeaked, "Wodney says weed the sign," while the other rodents read, "P.S. 142 Elementary School for Rodents, Camila began to pull up the weeds in the sign, wildly flinging them hither and yon till she was clear up to her teeth in dirt. The other rodents began to smile. Wodney says, "Wap your paws around your head." He peeked a little peek out of his jacket and saw whap, whap, whappity whap, slappity whap. Camilla was whapping her paws around her head so hard she became dizzy, giving herself a headache, and had to sit down. The other rodents couldn't help giggling. She doesn't understand what Rodney's saying. Wodney says, "Play wing around the wosies." Camilla put her arms like wings and made airplane noises. Narr. But where were the rosies? What was a wosie? By now, Wodney's voice was stronger, and his head was entirely out of his jacket. "Wake the leaves." Nobody moved. Wodney says, "Wake the leaves." While Harry, Minnie Feet, and Grizzly Feet, and the others busied themselves raking, Camilla Capaberry grabbed one leaf. "Wake up!" she yelled. He didn't mean to wake the leaves. He wanted them to rake the leaves. She snatched another. "Come on, you! Up, up, up!" And another. "Rise and shine!" And another. "Boo!" By now, all the other rodents were squealing with laughter. All but Camilla. She frowned. "Stinky leaves! They won't wake up! And why is everybody laughing at her? Such bullies!" In a voice so strong he had to hold his own ears, Wodney called, "Wodney says go west." The rodents collapsed in a happy heap for a rest. Go west? Camilla Capaberry, feeling very smart that she could tell directions from the sun, said, "All right, I shall go west." And then she added, "So there." West she stomped, forever. She was gone. And from that day on, the pupils of PS 142 Elementary School for Rodents never teased Wodney again. He was their hero. "Hooray for Wodney Rat!" they cried. "Woot, woot, wooty toot, toot." Now they're all going to play together. The end. Bye, friends. See you next time.